cheaper products here and more expensive products here. Does it really matter how much money we spend? Do we really have to have everything that is out there on the market? And does the price really determine our talent, our finished project? I'm about to try and find out that for you, with you today. Together, I will create two separate art journal pages, working at the same time on both, using expensive crafts, more professional tools from a higher quality and higher price range, and using those products which are much lower quality, well, that's what they say, and lower price. We're gonna find out that today by creating two separate pages. I hope you will stay tuned and I hope you will enjoy it. The video, I'm guessing, will be long because I will chat, I will discuss, I will have plenty to say as always, so enjoy. If you're new to my channel and you are here for the very first time and you think the video is very long, well, you can skip it, you can fast forward, or you can just give a chance and listen to the whole video and the process and everything. The one thing I will have exactly the same on both projects are gonna be my base. I got this strange looking kind of multi-technique natural paint something. It's just a paper that is very thick. Look at that. This is 250 grams, which is a lot, and I love the color. I have never worked on the color like this. Size is interesting as well, and the price, it's $4.50 only. I thought it's a bargain, so I got a few of those. So this is one thing only that we will have exactly the same. The rest of the products that I choose, I try to, you know, choose exactly the same colors but different brands. So like here you have the expensive one, turquoise, you have the pink, you have the dark blue, and so on and so on. So that's exactly what we will do today. I hope to kind of match the same products with different quality, different price, and so on and so on. And I hope this will be interesting because we have this question on the back of our head all the time. I find plenty of you, including me. I do wonder many times, does it really matter how much money is spent on our tools? And you know, I'm not against buying, not at all. I'm first to buy. But I like as well kind of showing those who have very low budget, that don't feel bad about not having everything. You can do certain things, you can do other things, be creative. So we have two bases here, and I guess it would be nice to maybe use a paper. And I have this beautiful brand new, I have never used it before, Jane Davenport, gorgeous, gorgeous paper. And I have this quite plain, patterny looking old paper, which is old, and it's at least 5 years old, and it's definitely out of fashion. But I'm not throwing those things. I like to challenge myself and try to be try to use it. So I'm gonna try to find the pattern that I like here, which it's gonna be hard, but I will try. Okay, maybe this pink. And what about maybe this blue? Pink, or this purple, maybe? Why not? So I'm gonna try to find something. It's not gonna be the same, you know that, but something that will at least be in similar color scheme. So this pink looks like it's nice. I know, tearing paper's terrible, isn't it? Oh, and let's go for this purple. Okay. So we have our gorgeous papers out, and I will do some sort of collaging thing, and I will use Pritt stick on both. In this case, I don't think it matters that much. I think this is annoying me very much today. I'm gonna take that off. I'm back. I love using Pritt stick. I am a fan of Pritt stick. And it's good to use Pritt stick, unless you really wish your piece to live forever long. Then use maybe gel medium in order to make sure that it's, you know, definitely never ever fall off. So then I suggest that. So as I said, I will try to work as much as I can simultaneously, doing 2 pages together. I am probably more curious than you are even, because for me it's huge challenge. I am finding that very challenging to actually go for that sort of comparison, because it could be a total fail. I always tell you that those sort of videos where I literally am improvising, they could be a total failure, and I am afraid that it's not gonna be something that you will enjoy, and that would be my failure. Because if the project is not perfect, I have no worries about that. The failure is okay, but I hope you will enjoy it. So I'm more kind of stressed over whether you will love it, what you see, and whether the idea that came to my head will actually have sense. Plus, like now, I'm doing something that, let's face it, I haven't done this type of project for long, well, where I kind of glue and stick and paint. I usually work differently, but why not challenge myself? Why not? Okay, I'm trying to be, you know, fair and square on both sides, just to see. I have a feeling inside me of the final outcome, or the final, what we're gonna think about it. I'm not gonna say it now, but I promise to tell you later on what I thought, okay? I'm going with the darker on this side and then a bit brighter on my other sides, kind of-ish, kind of-ish. And I'm not precise here, but, you know, I'm building some sort of composition and color flow and the weight on my page. So there is some bit of thinking behind it. Even if it doesn't look, there is a little bit of thinking there. I know that many of you is watching and wish me to speed that process, and have maybe music off and voiceover, but I think that if I record that with the voiceover, I feel that we're gonna lose this authenticness of the feeling right here, right now, as I create, as I talk to you. And I got recently quite a number of comments saying, I wish your video, not that many actually, no, not that many, but there were few actually, and saying, oh, I wish your videos to be shorter. But then I'm thinking, how can you make shorter videos? How can you actually achieve some sort of experiment feeling when you are doing voiceover later on, for example, where I know the outcome and I'm gonna be doing voiceover, for example. When I know how it's gonna be, I wouldn't like to do voiceover and it's like having a baby and one person knows that it's gonna be a girl, another one doesn't know it's gonna be a girl. So how much can one person hold that secret and be still not kind of pushy and pointing to the way to, you know what I mean, to kind of say the secret, tell the secret. So yes, if you think it's too long, you can always fast forward the video, there's no problem. I think someone even told me that there is this button on the video itself that you can just play it twice faster or something like that. I can't remember, but I think it was like this. So my pretty papers, I'm gonna put away those because of course I don't want to lose them. The rest as well, those I don't need. And now my next step will be to a little bit gessoed over. I don't have cheap gesso because, well, wait, I didn't make a cheap gesso, homemade gesso. I have homemade texture paste, but I will actually use my texture paste as my gesso. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, let me grab my brush and I'm gonna be gently gessoing my collage, let's say, and just to kind of, you know, here and there. Why do I do it? Well, if I'll be adding any sort of mediums, it will be nice to have everything kind of prepared. Transparent gesso would be great, but I like the idea of using white. I don't know why. I think it's a very much personal thing. I'm guessing, you know. I'm thinking to take a wipe, maybe, and have a bit of that touch of the, so I'm losing the strokes, maybe, I don't know, a bit soften look, some sort of softenish look. Okay, so this one is just a white gesso. I'm sure many of you have gesso at home, and that's what we will do. So I'm just gently doing this. My page is kind of prepared, and then this one I will dilute my my modeling paste with water. I'm gonna spray some water here. In case you need a homemade texture paste, you can have the video will be maybe, well, it's on my channel for sure. There's plenty other YouTubers doing the homemade texture paste, and this is not the best box to keep. Plenty is keeping in the jar with the proper closing, so it wouldn't dry. My one is slightly dry, but as you can see, you can easily move it around and it's perfect. Oops. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just do this and spray that, and I hope that this will give me the desired coverage of my page. So as I said, I'm working with a cheap way and experiment and improvise, because by showing you all of this, it's a little bit of challenge for me to, you know, make this proper for you and to show you impossible is actually possible. Now, I love that. Look, we've done it, and I didn't even have, I didn't even have the proper gesso, just the modeling paste that I've made myself, texture paste. Okay, that's what we have. I'm looking at the clock because I need to pick up Emily today from school in a few minutes, and I probably will come back to you and record that in the evening, because I should actually pack, because I'm going this weekend to Belgium to teach classes, so I should be packing my suitcase right now, and I don't do it. That's just me. I'm gonna dry this both. My pages are nearly dry. My next step is to kind of do some focal points, some interesting look, and I have a beautiful rice paper. Again, this is not a typical craft tool, and it's not expensive. It's around €1 or €2 or something like that per sheet, which is beautiful. I have no link, so Google for that. Google for decoupage papers, rice paper. Yes, that's what I have, and I have gorgeous, beautiful serviettes from Jane, which are absolutely amazing, and those they are here. That's what we have, and I just, oh my god, they're just stunning, you know, they are just amazing. And again, thank to my friend Terry, who was so kind to post me those. She's an angel, so much. If not her, I would never ever have those. So the idea is to find some pretty, I love that, and maybe some sort of face, you know, as our focal point. I don't know. I have never done that kind of page project, so I'm not too sure whether it's gonna be awesome or less awesome. Okay, maybe this looks nice, interesting, and this one. What I will do now is I'm gonna just tear that gently around, and I think I will need a Mod Podge for my Mod Podge or something else. Mod Podge would be probably good. Again, very typical glue. Plenty people have Mod Podge, am I right? and I will just, the reason I'm not cutting that around is because I want the edges to be soft and it will be easier to blend in the color, lose the edges. So it's a great way of doing it. Now I could not find like flowers and flowers, face and face. I didn't have it, so that's why oh wait, maybe we could use the, oh I know, I'm gonna change my mind and I'm gonna go for a butterfly from this actually. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do from Tim Holtz. Yes, I hope you don't mind. I'm gonna change my mind. I hope you don't mind. I'm gonna change my mind. I may still use something else, but the main will be this one. And this one I will actually cut perfectly. Yes, I will cut that perfectly and I will get back to you. Images are ready to be glued and we have a gorgeous butterfly-ish moth thing, and we have smaller one as well, which I love, and I think we can work around that. This looks whiter than that, am I right? As in background after drawing, but you know, it is what it is. I'm not gonna be trying to make that perfectly exactly the same. Okay, and I will actually use my brush to, I'm adding the Mod Podge. It's just plenty people have Mod Podge, plenty crafters start with Mod Podge I think, and then they moving to all those professional gel mediums and things. Mod Podge is a great little tool that we all started with, and don't be afraid to still use it, have it, and so on and so on. So now I'm gonna be adding this, oops, I think in the middle. Will I do it in the middle, or will I leave a little bit of, no, I'm gonna do it in the middle actually, guys. That's what I'm gonna do. And now I'm adding more Mod Podge on top because I want to seal it a little bit. Mod Podge works great as a sealer as well. As I said, don't be afraid to use it. Get back to your Mod Podge. I'm sure it's there somewhere in your cupboard. I'm pretty convinced, because my one is like 3-4 years old or something. We do forget we have this and that, and it's good tool. Okay, so my Mod Podge will dry now, and I adore purely, totally, you know, this is a rice paper, but you could use a tissue. I'm sure there's plenty of you that have some sort of beautiful tissue papers at home with some images, or even like wallpapers. You know, there are different ways of, and we have soft matte gel. I like using matte. This is gloss, but I would personally prefer matte, but that's only a personal choice, nothing more. And I'm gonna use a different brush, so to make sure that we are doing everything right and we're not contaminating other. So anyway, you know what, it's actually going into direction that I haven't really thought about, but I love what I see for now, which is great. And I'm very excited for the next step, because it's exciting, you know, it's exciting to see things with a different perspective, and I'm so excited for you guys, because I do hope that this will definitely give you a proof that, look, everyone can work with cheaper tools, and it's okay to have cheaper tools. It's okay, and be proud. Someone in the cafe recently posted, I think it was even yesterday's posted, that it's the beginning, that she doesn't have many tools, and I replied to that lady saying, look, your hands are your best tools ever. And that's how I think, that's how I feel. Tools are great, we need them of course, but as I said, our tools, our imagination, our hands, I'm sorry, our imagination, us is you know, the biggest treasure that we have. So, and this is another butterfly. I absolutely adore this page equally as that. They're completely two different. Maybe better that they're different in a way, because what's the point of doing exactly the same? At least you see two different approaches, like a different, the tissue paper is slightly different, so I will work differently with it, and it's gonna be nice to see it, I hope. So I'm gonna leave that to dry, my friends, and I'm gonna go and collect Emily right now, and I will be back to you in a few minutes. No, not in a few minutes, in a few hours. For you it's gonna be seconds by the time you watch it. So yes, I'll be back to you in a second. I'm back. Hello, hello. It's late in the evening, so let's continue our pages. And I thought it would be nice maybe to add some watercolors, just a little bit of color on the background, just to see where this will take us. And this is a beautiful Jane Davenport brand new watercolors. You can see that I have been using it a lot, loving it and adoring it. But here I have a cheap watercolors which I used as well plenty times. I'm guessing they were literally €3 for those colors, which is a great bargain in my eyes. And that's what I'm gonna use now. I will put my colors next to each other and I will see. I have water brushes, and let's just see where this will take us. I will spray my watercolors. I saw that on someone's, whether it was a video or someone just basically said and mentioned that likes to work on the wet palette, and I have to agree on that. I much more prefer that as well. So what I'm gonna do now is, I'm not a watercolor artist. Let's start from that, because I think it's very important to say this. I am not anywhere near having much knowledge about watercolors. I don't. In fact, I am just basically like plenty other people there using watercolors, but I'm not really I don't have much knowledge or practice. I do practice, but I don't have that much practice to say that, oh, this is, I know what I can do, and this technique, that. No, I will be playing around with the color right now, because this is just how I treat this exercise, as an exercise and not really a watercolor tutorial, not at all. I'm gonna, well, technically it would be nice to have a watercolor paper underneath it, so then it would be much easier to say, oh, the watercolor this and that, but we have what we have, and that's okay as well. And instead of having watercolor, I'm just gonna go around. This is only to kind of blend in my watercolor background, blend in my background. So that's really the technically the reason for it, because afterwards I will be doing shadowing with other things anyway. So this is more kind of to blend in the papers, just to have some extra interest, and just to see where this will take us. And yeah, that's exactly the plan right now, just to see where this will take us. It's very strange for me to work that far from myself. Maybe I'll put it like this. Yes, I'll see it better actually. Yeah, I don't have plan for the color. I am just chancing my arm and hoping for some nice color mixes here, just nice background, some sort of interest. I'm concentrating on the edges more or less than the middle part with the darker shading, but that's kind of only, that is kind of the only thing you can't see that I do. As I said, nothing really out of consequences, just a little bit of touch of color, that's really about it. No, I don't like that mix. No, not brown. Not the poo-poo color. But this and this. Look at that brown. No. No, this is not what we love. Not at all. This is what we love. So hopefully a little bit of the edges that we have around will be more visible, or we will do it more visible with other tools. I'll see. Watercolors are more for watercolor paper. I'm just trying to kind of gently make some bit of interest here. I like that. Why not? And to be very, very honest, I am experimenting, and watercolors are amazing much more, I think personally, after drying. So the final effect really, and the look, the desired look, is after we dry, I think. Not we dry, but it dries itself, because it's a lot of times it's about how it dries, and it looks the kind of, what's the word, adding more water basically creates some amazing sort of looks. I'm not sure in English how to explain this. The wash, yeah, it's kind of the wash, and the way it dries, it gives this amazing effects sometimes. And I am really not sure how to always do those things. I'm more of a trial and experiment person in the watercolor zone, but I love it, and I love, you know, trying to see what else could I do with it. And since this is not a proper watercolor paper, I'm very curious how this will be. So far I love what I see, and I'm gonna leave it as it is. I love this bit, this kind of bluish bit. I may add a little touch of that blue, well, that blue, or blue in general, somewhere here. I think it would be nice to do so, just to see the flow of color, and hopefully this will be somewhere going nicely. And I hope you can see it. Yeah. There is a lady, I'm sure you know her, on YouTube, a watercolor artist. She does amazing watercolor projects, and she does a lot of comparison video where she shows different brands and she talks about it, explain a lot. Her name is Lindsay, the Frugal Crafter. I am 100% sure that most of you have heard about her. If you didn't yet, I will give you a link below this video to her YouTube channel, Lindsay the Frugal Crafter. She is fabulous at the watercolors, so you definitely should check her out. So that's what we have here. Let's move on to our second page here. I had a sip of coffee, which was nice. Okay, now water should be clean, but I think it doesn't matter that much maybe. So I'm looking at the colors right now, and I will try to kind of play and work around the greens and purples together, because we have a little bit of green here where the leaves are. So I'm thinking that it would be nice to maybe add green here and there, and just have some bit of touch of green. Again, I'm purely experimenting right now, just to see what can be done. Remember, we have a cheaper watercolors here, and we have a homemade gesso, so the way as paint will react could be bad, could be good. So have a look yourself when you're watching it, and kind of you must make up your mind yourself and see whether this is your desired look, whether this is something you enjoy, or whether you think this should look different. Now maybe a little bit touches of pink, of course. A little bit of that pink here and there. As you can see clearly, I'm gonna say that as you can see, the pigment is not that strong as with them watercolors. You have to kind of grab more of that pigment to have a darker look. But there is more pigment though, so you know, again, it's very you can discuss that whether it's whether this is good or not. So I don't see that my color, I don't feel that my color flows itself much. I feel that I have to help a lot, but it is what it is. And oh, it does flow here a little bit, but not that a lot, not that what I maybe wish to see. But it's manageable, it's okay. It is something there. So I think we end up with a really interesting looks here. We will end up with probably looks that me right now, we don't expect it. I hope anyway that this will be an interesting feeling about the process. I'm adding a bit of dark green right now. As you can see, I'm trying to kind of not blend those two colors too much. A little bit, but not too much, simply to not make a mock with the green and pink. And I'm just adding a little bit around here, but just a touches. We don't want this to be too dark, or the water should be changed, but that's okay. It's very bad. It's terrible, terrible, terrible. But I don't think it matters that much. Maybe it does, so let me change it. There we go, water is clean now. Okay, so the color flow is there, but you have to work it and work it and work it. And I see straight away when it dries nicer. Here you have those kind of, I'll show you, you have those kind of washy look, like what I'm trying to say is those kind of lines, which I love, the stains, it's the word, stains. I may just gently help this flow here, and maybe this, just gently. Okay, what about playing a little bit more here? I think we could add maybe a little bit of this kind of yellowish thing. Will that be any nice and good? Just a little bit, because there is a little bit of brown here, so maybe it would be just nice to incorporate that tiny bit, like tiny in our background wash. Just touches, really, nothing too serious. Okay, I think we are fairly done, guys, with the watercolor background. I do think we are. Actually, I'm gonna add a little touch of violet, the purple. As you can see, it's nicely actually mixing, the color is mixing lovely now with the pink, and it gives this darker, beautiful look because of the mix. It's lovely now, actually. It is. Now we need to blend this. The color does not flow as I wish, which could suggest that because it's a bit cheaper, the pigment and it doesn't really move, or maybe because it's the gesso is not that good. But you know what, I think at the end of the day, I think it's manageable. I think it's still great to do the way as we're doing it without worrying that I don't have that, I need to have that to create that. Well, no. You can try to work around what you have, around yourself, around your budget, around your craft tools that you have, and you know, that's what I think. It's gorgeous. I love them both. I really do love them both. I'm just trying to see what could be nicely added and done to make this even nicer. Yes, maybe I'm gonna pick up that dark pigment from here and just add a wash here, just a little bit. Remember that when it's dry, things look different always when they dry. Okay, I totally adore both. To not say I love the look of finished project here right now over this, but I prefer that background. So you see, funny, I love the look of that. I prefer this background. I hope that makes sense. I'm gonna dry this now. Our pages are dry and my next idea is to use those. Now I have tested them gently on a page, as in do the swatches, that's it. I haven't done any project. They're very high in pigment. Those are brand new Jane Davenport markers, the brush markers, and those are from eBay or from eBay, I think. Yes, very cheap. 24 colors of brush markers as well. Haven't tried them. It actually came packaged like this, broken. Yes, in the post, and I haven't tried them. Emily did play with them, I didn't, so I have no clue whether or which they any good in any form. But let's see. Let's try, let's experiment. Okay, and what about here? I think we should go for blue and some maybe purple as well, and pink, and yeah, and this purple and this dark maybe. Let's see. So those are Jane Davenport brush markers. They are gorgeous colors, I have to say, but I personally think they're so pigmented that I'm afraid of working with them. Literally, but that's maybe just me. So I'm gonna have my water brush ready, and I hope to move my color around to do some shading here and there a little bit. Now this is not gessoed moth, as you know. We have used gel medium, so it's gonna be probably easy to take the color off. So I would suggest to spray fixative if you want this color to last, and so on and so on, because from the idea from because it's gel medium, I'll show you, you can pick up the color because it's gel medium, and you can wash it off because it's gel medium, right? So either you can, which is good because you can cover up mistakes and stuff like that, so you can for example, if you feel like you can, or when you squeeze you get more color, I'm gonna pick up that color and just transfer it here because I grabbed way too much. Sorry, you probably hard for you to see. So yes, it's good because you can wash it off when you don't like something. You can just pick it up and clean it off from the gel medium, which is good. This is what we have, and it looks nice to me, and I'm gonna actually gently pick up the color, but I will take a wet wipe. A wet baby wipe, and I'm just gonna gently clean off my color, just gently. Okay, perfect. And now what I'm thinking is to add a different shading, which is a bit of purple maybe, which is darker. Will that be visible at all? Let's see. Oh, I just squished a little bit to have some pigment out. It's a plummy color, very nice indeed. Very nice plummy color. You can add it if you want, go in the background as well. If you feel like you're missing something, some bit of color, you can pick up the pigment and go back. That looks nice to me. I'm not in love with it yet, but I hope I will. Since I am experimenting and it's an improvised version of creativity, you may think, why do you do that? Well, I'm not planning my steps. I am doing how my heart says, how my soul says, how I feel. So maybe in the process of the all creation today, you may think, oh, why did she do this? 2 seconds. The answer is I don't know. I did it because I felt it like this that moment. So, you know, it's a little bit when you're creating like that, it's a little bit of it takes courage, I feel, to be brave enough and to create life without trying even on the side doing similar project, not even having a plan in head. So you may think this is awful useless. I'm not saying I'm loving it right now, but I'm saying I'm gonna keep on going and hope for the best, and hope that I will, in the working progress, I'm gonna improve. So right now I'm picking up a little bit of water to move because I left this beautiful purple on the bottom of my butterfly. So I'm hoping to move my color a little bit more, and that will be helpful with water going down from my brush, basically. I'm not sure if I make sense today. I'm already thinking about Belgium, that I'm going, and of course I have 100 things in mind right now. You can only imagine. I am terribly afraid of flying. This is something it's just not something for me. I am in a fear of flying always. I do it because we do it, and that's it. But I wouldn't say that I like doing it in any way. And I'm thinking, I still didn't pack anything, of course. And I'm thinking, what else should I take to make sure I won't forget what's in my mind, and so on and so on. So, you know, it's just a little bit of... my head is a little bit... I'm not saying it's not here with you right now, but definitely it's somewhere in the back of my head that I will be in Belgium tomorrow, which is awesome, big time awesome. Now I do love at the moment what I see. It's gorgeous, beautiful shades of purples and reds, and I love the fact that it's standing out from my page. I'm not saying it's finished, I think it's quite far from finished, but I love what I see now. I love the dynamic of the color right now, because I was a bit worried. I still wish for the more brighter spots, which I will work once this is dry. So let's leave this for now and let's do something here with them. As I said, I have no clue about them. Never ever even tried them. Oh, they're not, the brush is stiff. That's the difference, the brush is stiff. But you know what? That's okay. I'm gonna just improve what's here. Maybe I won't, but I'll try to improve and make my own a little bit. And that is awesome. That is awesome. What a surprise that this brush is actually, it's a fine brush, but it's very much not moving. It's, if you hear this, this is Henyo. Yeah. That's him. That's my boy. Henyo. Yeah, he's ready to play. It's his time of the night. Henyo. Oh, he's such a sweetheart. I love him to bits. So I'm adding a little bit of dark now, just for highlight. I'll see if the water brush will actually, if this will actually blend in. Oh, look! Are they watercolor? Well, it's in China. Aquarelle brush. Well, they must be water-based, because look, you can actually lovely blend in that. Now, well done on it. Well done. I love that. Okay. So we're going to do a little bit more of a purple. We're going to custom that gently. Color change more for us, kind of. So it will just be more us than original. And I purchased those chip markers. Oh my, it could be probably 2 months ago, a month ago, and I forgot I had, no, 2 months, definitely more than a month. I forgot I had them. Emily was using them and she was more than me, even, well, I never tried them, but she was remembering that better than me even. Since then, and since I was doing this video today, I was thinking what else I have in cheap and in expensive kind of version that we could use for this particular video. And this is when I came up with, oh, yeah, we could try to use them. And then I realized I have never ever tried them, but you know what? Let's be courageous, is that the word? And let's just be open for trying. This is cool. This has this normal kind of pen thing, and this is more, and this is the brushy thing. And they were 24 colors. Oh my god, I can't remember, was it 15 euro or something, which them were 40. So, and it's less colors. Of course, it's a completely different. This is China, them are China, them are like, you know, just something super simple and whatever. But we can see how simple or how bad it is, because maybe we are about to find out that cheap can be still okay, or good, or great, or useful. Yeah, so I'm blending my marker lines with the brush. I think we can finish it that a little bit more here maybe, because those are very pinky. So to have them blend in. Okay. I love what I see. Very much. So I was thinking to add a little bit of green then maybe. Just the touches. Just the touches, just to, I don't know, blend in with the background more color. Yeah, it's quiet. Everyone is asleep and it's peace and quiet. And it's nice like that. I love that. Okay. A little touches and that's it. Okay, so we have this. I feel it would be nice to still work on that particular butterfly. I'm gonna pick up the color right now, gently, with my wet wipe. I totally love the blend here. I really do. And I think it's very pretty. But did I make it amazing? I don't think so. But I think I did well, which is good. But I'm here to, I believe that we could add a little bit of gelatos maybe for a change. Why not? Let me try this. Instead of gelatos, I decided to do some shading first, because when you add gelatos, things are hard to put on top of gelatos. So what I'm gonna do is, and this noise again is Henyo. He is running around the cage. Yeah, he is having so much fun right now. And nobody is looking, and he's desperate for attention. Of course he is. Someone recently said that, do I know that the guinea pigs should be together one with another one? I do know that, yet in Ireland it's not something that, it's not a law or anything like this. They do normally sell them by one in the shop. So that's how we had our previous one, Susie, and that's what we have now with Henyo. And since Emily is giving him daily love, like a huge amount, I think he's pretty happy animal, pretty content guinea pig, really loved guinea pig. And I hope this won't change just because he's on his own without a friend in the cage. So I'm doing a little bit of shading, and I'm using this beautiful, one of my favorite, and Sylvia, my friend, told me about it years ago, Inktense Derwent bark color, and it's this brownish kind of gorgeous color. And as you can see, I'm just giving this shadow effect, and it takes a little bit of time to do this shadow. So again, when I'm talking about time in video, I do worry that you think it's too long video. Thankfully, 99% of you says it's not. Don't ever worry about the length of the video. I think this is my last time that I'm mentioning the length of the video, because it's no point of, like, how can I say do certain things and, you know, I feel it should be done that way and that's it. And thankfully so many of you is actually saying you're doing good, let's keep it like that. But yes, this is the reason I'm mentioning this is because I do hope that some of you, especially those who think that the video is too long, that you would actually maybe bring your laptop to your desk. I don't know where you craft, maybe in the kitchen, and that you would actually create while I chat, because that's how many of my beautiful friends that watches my video, many of them are doing it. Some of them are on treadmill, some of them having cats watching my videos. You know what, I recently had this awesome idea, because I got some photos, gorgeous photos of cats or yourself, or funny photos with my videos. So let's do this. Let's imagine that if you watching my video in a funny way or in some sort of interesting way for me to see, let's make a hashtag that we of the I don't make any sense. Let's take a photo of how your desk look with my video, or if your cat is watching it, if your kids are watching it, and if you take a photo of that process, of that moment, and let's make a hashtag. What could we say? I watch Maremi. Yeah, I watch Maremi. And let's hashtag this to your photo on Facebook or on Instagram. That way I will find it. I watch Maremi. And it would be I think it would be so much fun, because I have seen photos, as I said, on treadmill. A lady posted, I'm sorry I don't remember names, I would love to, but I can't. I'm sorry, I don't. She posted this awesome 2 photos from the treadmill, which I loved. Another lady posted a gorgeous photo of the 3 recent tags when she had a video on and her tags on the table, the video from the tags. And there was more photos. I regret I haven't actually saved them. And photos where the cat is watching. If you have photos like this, please share them with me. I would love to see it, and I'm sure many of you would love to see it. Especially some of them were really funny where you watch the video. So yes, it looks that I kind of am done with the shading here. So I'm gonna go around with this now, with this bigger moth. So yes, speaking about the length, many of you is watching the video while I create. Create video. Many of you create while watching the video where I create, and that's awesome. I think that would be great, because this is like a live session. You do something similar to what I do. I'm not saying exactly the same, I'm not saying copying, I'm just saying being part of this process and watch and create at the same time and have a good feeling about it. Many of you said you do it, so I encourage you, if you feel the video is too long, it would be nice that you could just use your time and watch it while you make things, or at least listening and watching from time to time. Some other lady posted recently info to me that she moved finally the TV or the desktop from computer or something closer to her, that she can actually create and watch, and she was very happy, and that made me much more happy. So yes, I watch Maremi. If you do, let's make a hashtag like that. Oh, I love this, look, a happy accident, kind of making a shadow that way. She's making like like a, I don't know what she's making, I mean the moth. Anyway, let's see those photos. I would love to see that. Oh my god, this would be so much fun to see your desk with the video on, or your bed, treadmill, kitchen, garden, your dog, your cat, whoever is watching, your kids. Yes, so now I still feel that my moth is too dark, so I will brighten it up in a second. Shading is very much time-consuming process, I think, and I always do it so long. Maybe I should speed it up and be less worried about it, because I feel that you could go so wrong and too much shading, too dark. But you know what? I think I'm too reserved. Let's go for it, Marta. Just relax. You'll be fine. Just add more water. Work faster. Don't be afraid. I should keep on saying that to myself big time. I do say that to you, yet I am like a fly in the oil, moving very slow. Oh, speaking about fly, oh my god, I'll tell you a story from a cafe. Mags, a lady, a friend of mine actually, she posted this fly killer thing, plastic, you know, this, whatever it is, like yes, and she actually used it as a stencil, and she showed us the texture made from that fly killer thing as a stencil. This was in the cafe posted, and it was the most often commented and liked post since, because it looked so amazing, since we opened the cafe. It got over 1,000 likes, I think, right now. It was 900 something few hours ago. I'm guessing it's 1,000, and everyone loved the idea. No wonder, it's a fabulous idea. why never I thought about it? Everyone thought, why didn't I think about it? So yes, Max, she posted that, and that's why I love the cafe. You know, never know what you're gonna have in the cafe tomorrow, the next day. When you walk in there, you have no idea, no one has any idea what posts we're gonna find, and that's the beauty of the cafe. If you're not sure what I'm talking about Maremi's Creative Cafe. It's a group on Facebook that I've opened 3 months ago, and we hit 7,000 people. Well, not yet, there's like couple missing, but I'm recording it, so I'm guessing while you're watching it, it's probably 7,000 there, which is crazy in 3 months. And all the cafeterians are so excited about it and welcoming all the new faces that are coming to the cafe. So it's an amazing process, and it's amazing to see everyone's excitement. I so much love this, that everyone is so happy about it, that you're treating this as your own place, because it is your own place. I created that outlet for you to enjoy it, to share your passion, to talk. There was a lady that shared her story about, very personal story. I'm not gonna share it because it's personal, but basically the response was so overwhelming. She emailed me, messaged me saying thank you for the cafe. I have never felt that special in a long time, and that she said I got 15 friend requests from people, and that she is feeling so special and so seen by others, which is amazing. And also that she has a pen pals now, a pen pals it's called, people that exchange letters and things. So I'm grateful for that. Cafe is making amazing things. Yes, I think we kind of done here. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take my white Posca or something like this, maybe this, or this Posca. My Poscas are finished, all of them, I feel. If not this, I can take my white gelato, but I can't see it. Oh, I didn't find white gelatos, but I have the Distress crayons, white. I only used them once, really. But I think it's a good moment to use it. What I'm trying to do now is brighten up a little bit of that middle sections of my butterfly. I think gelatos are slightly better for me when I use them. Those crayons, not so much. I'm not so much in love with them. Very much not. Yeah. Where is my white gelato? That's a huge question. But we work around what we have, and that's it. So I'm trying to have my middle part brighten up, because I think it's just way too dark, and I'm not happy with it that much. What about if I go in here? But I have some nice purple gelato. Oh, I love that. Yes, a little bit of, that was too dark. A little bit of color here now. A little bit. It was too dark for me, personally. I want this page to be happy, you know, and this was very dark looking to me anyway. So yes. Do we have any more purple? Or, oh, there's one, and there's more pinky here. Let's see. No, it's not too bad. That's why I said that the final look of everything will be completely different to the first. We started with what? With the markers, and here we go fixing, because many times you ask me how to fix it. You see, I'm fixing my butterflies. I'm not happy with them fully. You can sense it. But I'm not giving up. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna see if this will take me somewhere nice. Oh, that was a big sneeze. You didn't hear it. I was fast enough to turn off the video. Okay, and a bit of more purple here. Yes, and I think to be joined with our beautiful blue, we should add a little bit of blue, right? Or not? Yes, I much more prefer this look now. I have this dark purple. No, it's gonna be dark again. We don't need that, no. Where is my blue? Okay, we have blues. What about this one? Yeah, I like that. Well, now it's mixed too much with the other colors. What about this one? Maybe. Yeah. That's not too bad. Okay, now my next step will be to add a bit of black lines maybe, but I will try this. I have my good quality black, them kind of things, I'll show you. Them things, but I don't want to ruin them on top of my gelatos, and I will use my cheap, in this case, cheap normal, what you call it, you see it's losing its you can't draw with it when you start adding on top of the waxy crayons and things like that. And unfortunately the professional tools, I have destroyed them because of using them on top of them things, crayons or whatever, and I was warned that I should dry my pieces before, making sure it's dry. This never left me down, always was coming back, the pigment was coming back, even as you can see it's losing the pigment because it's too much gelatos or whatever, yet I'm still able to do a bit of a doodling around, and I hope this will wash off. It will. Yes, so that's how I'm helping to make it faster, to bring the color back. So yes, I'm much used to doing sort of texturey things and building color top over them kind of collaging stuff. So I think sometimes when you ask about that people are good or bad about in something, it is a lot of practice. You forget about things, you forget about the process when you don't create, when you don't use certain tools or certain ideas. So that's how it happens with this page, I think. I also believe that it should be darkened on the edges to work together with my butterfly. I'm still not that much fan of my butterfly, to be very honest. Maybe because the picture, the original picture was so dark to start with, and yeah, I'm not that very much into dark colors. But let's keep on going, let's keep on fixing that. So many of you ask for a video about how to fix things. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm fixing my butterflies, my moths. Ah, come on, it doesn't want to draw at all now. What does? Yeah. A little bit of practice. A little bit. This is why I think gelatos are hard to work with, because Is there any way to write on gelatos? Is it when you spray fixative or you do it on top of gel medium? Probably it would work. But I would like to still be able to kind of move around things if I'll change my mind or if I want this to be more something. I leave that for another second, for another while. Can you see that properly? It's very dark, isn't it? Very much. And what I'm gonna do is I will kind of trace on my beautiful splatters to kind of outline my gorgeous background here, just to bring the page together as well. Since my background is so pretty, but it's so... my memory card finished, so I have no idea what I was talking about. But I don't think it matters that much. So now I match more like this background because it is matching my moth and my other moth. It looks better to me for my eyes. I still cannot do much on top of my beautiful butterfly here. I wish to be able to draw more. Maybe I need some bit of different angle, maybe. Anyway, I thought as well to add a little bit of shading like this. Not everywhere, because it will be probably too dark once again. But again, when we try to talk about fixing things, can you see what this instantly made to it? It made this matching the shaded moth, I think. It gives us this, I put that flat, it gives us this that it is matching to each other, you know, more or less. Anyway, that's how I see it a little bit. Okay, and this is, before you ask, graphite pencil. I also use oftentimes charcoal pencil, which is great, and that's what I use for my shading. I will correct my lines if they are gonna be disappearing from my page because of smudging. So, oh, this one is... So I do love now. You know, you just have to keep on going. Unless it's really terrible, move on. Start all over again. That's fine. It's like me now. I'm not... Well, I love it now. I do like it very much. But 15 minutes ago, 5 minutes ago, I was thinking, literally not to you, but in my head, Marta, should you post this? People are used to you making good projects. But then, that wouldn't be truth. I would like you to see that I make mistakes as well, or I'm just like you, not always happy with my project. I will try to work around it big time, as I'm doing right now when I'm starting to love in it and I see that it's great and I know it will be fabulous when it's finished. But it takes time, you know, and don't be afraid of moving away from a project and start again. That's okay. We all learn and not always things are perfect. So yes, I was trying to fix my butterflies, then I was trying to help with the lines, and it does now bring all the page together. I adore the shading of the background, completely, utterly. I think that is the saying, completely, utterly. I totally loving it, and I think it's amazing. Big time amazing. Okay. I love it. Now, what will happen if I will do any bit of shading on my... Do we need more shading? Probably not, no? Probably not. Over those guys, probably not. I have dirty finger already, so So I'm already dirty ink with my dirty fingers. Jesus, look at them. Yes. Now I definitely need a little bit of white. I will figure that out in a second. Have a sip of coffee. It's late in the night, but that's okay. I feel that we don't need to do anything here actually, because it looks gorgeous as it is. But to be fair, let's do it. We have some very cheap, have a look at them, watercolor pastels from Hobbycraft. I think they were €5. Fix me if I'm wrong, but very superly cheap for 24 colors. So let's pick some pinks and purples to do the color. And they are very cheap, and they are just kiddos crayons kind of style. Do you know what? I'm gonna clean my fingers because it wouldn't be fair on that project to use my super dirty fingers. Yes, at least I'll try. This color is definitely not good because it's very pinkish, but that's okay. We can do a little bit of that. Just a little bit of touches of that pink. Now, another interesting topic. Why do we mix so many tools? As in markers, watercolors, pastels, and someone asked in the cafe that question as well. And I don't know why. I usually don't use that many. Today I'm trying to show you expensive versus cheap, and in general the page to be finished with just a mix of those. Normally I probably wouldn't use that many of the different tools. I would stick with one or two. Probably why people do it, I don't know, to be honest. Maybe they just love so many tools and they think that the tools in other videos that other tools are so needed that without them they can't do much. Well, I don't know. I definitely believe that you can try to have some basics over having hundreds of different types of things, or what's worse, similar but in different brands, and unless you really love something. But don't feel that you have to have it, because that's probably the, oops, that's very dark now. That's probably the worst, having a feeling that you do have to have it, you know? No, it's not like this. No, that went too far. A little bit. Now I'm thinking, it's gorgeous, it's beautiful, but now I'm thinking we need a little bit of purple on the background. What do you think? Because we literally have not much, so maybe just a touches in here and there, and smudge it with my finger. Yeah, that looks not bad to me. It's a different look of the page. Both of them are different kind of style, I would say. Now, what about if we try to outline that as well with our cheap pen? I like that. I like that. It gives us this definition a little bit. And there's no shading. I don't think I want to do any shading here in particular. I would worry that delicacy of this flower would be destroyed, so I would stick with it as it is and leave it without shading. The two pages surely can be different. They don't have to be exactly the same, right? They can be different, and I absolutely love what I see now. Delicate and interesting and pretty. Yeah, I like that very much. It's amazing to do things outside your comfort zone, and I'm having so much fun. I'm a little bit nervous in terms of did I really show you what I intended to show you. I hope yes, I hope this is showing a few things. Firstly, you can go wrong with having great tools, and you can go amazing having cheaper tools. It doesn't matter. I think in my eyes the price does not matter, because as you can see, you can go with I'm gonna add a bit of white. You can go wrong and you can do things just not so good, regardless of how much, oh there we go, regardless of how much you spend, you know, I think it is up to you to practice and to definitely try to be less afraid of doing things and to actually experiment and to believe in yourself, not in your tools only. Because yeah, I'm gonna try to outline that a little bit now. Love it. Now for me this is slightly better because it's brighter. I was feeling it's a little too dark, a little bit too dark. So now, since this is a little better now, because it was outlined with the black, it's disappearing a little bit, which is nice. I don't want this to be totally too perfect or something. I love the idea of having this very much like, oops, oopsie, you know what, that's okay, let's just do this, but it is a little bit too much here maybe, so I'm gonna clean those two, and just have this and come on. I should do that before, not on my butterfly. Yeah, but my Posca pen, my Sharpie, sorry, is finishing. That's why it's just so hard to haha. Now that's what we have right now, and I like that. I would love for more beautiful dots, more visible dots. So as you can see, fixing a page or just doing it the way that you love, sometimes it's just not easy. It doesn't come to us. We have to work around it, and we may still not be totally pleased with it. Sometimes the pages are out of our comfort zone. It's not our style, and that's why maybe it's hard to accept it, because I believe that some of you, by looking at it now, thinking, Jesus, this is so gorgeous, this is so lovely, why does she think it's not? Maybe because I think that it's just not me, it's not typical me, not what I would normally do. But maybe that's what we should all do. Try to be fearless and try to just do it. Experiment, play around, and enjoy it. Don't be stressed. It's not worth it. What you think now? Because I love it. I really do love it now. I'm thinking to add a little touches, a little dinky dinky dots here and there, just to have this kind of touch and feel. And I would love to have a little title. I think this could be nice. Enjoy the journey, maybe. I would say so. There we go. Love it. Totally, totally love it. What about adding something else? She's strong. Why not? Why not having more than one title? Where's my wet wipe? Is this wet? It is wet. So why is this not washing off? That's okay. And another one. Be yourself. 3 spots. I'm liking it very much. Yes, and now the white. I wouldn't be myself if I wouldn't just just kind of add a little bit of we'll make that a part. But this white now, it's kind of bringing this joint with those white dots around the whole page, you know. And now shading of that white is bringing the whole thing together. And from page that I really was like, oh my god, will I ever show you this? I never said that when I was doing it, but I had this massive fear, and now I have none. I'm loving it as it is, because it's me and it's different and it's, oops, and it's gorgeous. It is gorgeous. Well done, Marta. Let's do something here now. I think we should darken the edges a little more, maybe. And how can we do that? Maybe the black gesso or the gray gesso, or the just the maybe just the pencil knife first. Yeah, maybe just the pencil. Yes, it's a little bit too bright for me, maybe. I'm gonna move that a little bit more on the side to have this. So I'm actually very happy that I haven't myself. I'm giving you advices, right? I'm talking to you. I'm thinking, oh, you could do this, you should do this, and what would it be if I wouldn't follow it? That would be there is a special word, I don't know. What's the word? Hypocrite? Would it be hypocrite for not showing you the page that I dislike, or the video that it's turning into direction that I wasn't planning? Well, that it just wasn't as I would love this to turn out. Now I see that we have learned from this video together, I hope, from that page especially. And I love that we have the contrast, dark and bright. I'm not too sure what else to add. I'm a little bit struggling right now, because we never know when it's done, when it's finished. I don't want to overdo it, and I'm afraid to destroy it, you know. So I'm gonna add even darker gray, not gelato, this is this pastel from Hobbycraft, a little bit even darker, and maybe slightly darker here as well, and see where this will take us. A little here, maybe here as well. I love both. They're completely different right now. I started similar, but look, it went totally different directions altogether. Because the design, the image, it determines our moves in the process, I think. Now a cheap white thing, I don't have it. I think I don't have cheap. Oh, I do. Wait. Actually, this is, oh my god, you're not gonna believe it. This is, I'm gonna tell you, when you have marks on the car, I swear to god, this is paint for, where's that written? Shake well. oil base, right? It's from China, yet again from eBay, but it's for, I think it's for your wheels. Yeah, and I'm gonna move that away. Oh no, 2 seconds, because there was this beautiful, no, not this one, there was this beautiful white splash here that I destroyed. That's okay. Now I'm gonna move that away because I will be splashing. Look. Class, isn't it? And the smell, for people who are very much delicate about the smell, this is very smelly. This is like on petrol station smell. Unfortunately, I like smells like that, so yes. But this one is for cars, painting wheels or something. Kill me, I don't know. I really don't know. Will I add a little? No, I don't think it needs. It's perfect as it is, I think. It's totally perfect as it is. Maybe I whiten this gently. Oh no, too much. Yeah, that's what can happen. I just wanted this touches, and it is touches. Gentle touches of white. Okay. I think we may end up ruin it or something if we keep on going and adding some wording. I found this magazine, and I think I found quite good. Where are my scissors? I don't see them. Oh, I think I found quite nice title, and I will use it. Perfect to keep a slimy worm, but perfect to keep is my sentence and my title from a magazine. Many of you are collecting magazines. Perfect to keep. Maybe here actually. Or what about if we, perfect to keep, what about if we do it? And ooh, the dots were not dry. That's okay. That's okay. Perfect to keep. And where's my glue? To keep. Let's glue that down. And perfect to keep in my mind a memory of using cheaper, not so obvious craft tools, or tools that could be crafty. That's right, like the marker for the wheels of the car or whatever. And where's my black? No. Where's my pink? Here. I'm gonna try to maybe try to have that K more stand out. Maybe this purple will be better. I have my okay, that's okay. I'm gonna add shadow to all of them now. That way my K here won't be so lonely with the dark added touches. I think we have it, guys. I think we've managed to do 2 very pretty pages. Let me put them together and let's have few words now. Cheap versus expensive tools. What do I really think about this video and the process in general? I do believe that it's great to buy tools, and I'm first to raise my hand, say go and buy that, go and buy this. But still, this video, I didn't want you to think that my message is don't buy. It's not my message. No, not at all. The message is have a look. It's possible to be creative no matter what you have at home. If your budget is lower, don't think you can't achieve amazing things. You can. You just have to believe in yourself, and you just have to be less fearless of how will I do it, and you have to try to an experiment. Do I think that the expensive page was the expensive tools on this page were easier to work with? Some yes, some no. And I think I less struggled with this page altogether, definitely, over this one. So as you can see, the image determines your process, the color of your image, the shape of your image, everything. It's so original, all your works, whatever you do, the process, the next step, what's in your head, what's in your mind. This is all unique, our thoughts. So every project will be different. Our feelings about products are going to be different. My message is absolutely, if you love something, go and buy it. And if you can afford it, great. Even if you're buying the 6th pack of watercolors just because you enjoy them, absolutely do that. I keep on buying supplies as well because I love and enjoy them. Don't beat yourself over buying more and more. But if your budget is lower, please don't think that you can't be creative or you can't make fabulous projects, because you can. It's up to us how we work and what we do. I wonder if you would see them two projects, would you be able to guess which is cheaper, which is more expensive? I believe no. I wouldn't be able to guess that myself. I would not be able to guess which was done with what sort of products. And I think that that is only giving us the answer of the whole video today. Yes, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you had good time with me, and yes, I hope you will find this inspirational and helpful, definitely. And I would love you to post photos. What did I say? I watch Maremi. Yes, I watch Maremi. I watch Maremi. If you do, please send me a photo, tag me on the photo. I would love to see those photos. And of course, if you created something along with me as well, please do share that in the Maremi's Creative Cafe on Facebook or on Instagram, Facebook page, anywhere. Yes, thank you as always so much for all your amazing comments. There is so many of them that it's overwhelming in a very positive note, positive way. I love reading them, you know that. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time and for every support that you give me. It means the world to me. Yes, I'm leaving for the weekend to teach live classes in Belgium, and I'm excited and nervous. You probably could hear that in my voice today, that I have been maybe slightly different, because I feel different today while created this movie. But still, I wanted to give you a little of myself before I say goodbye for the weekend. And till the next time, guys, till the next time, and I will hope to chat to you super very soon. Bye! Bye! Much cheaper products here on my left, on my right. Much cheaper products on my right, and on my left. Oh.